Welcome back to BHT TV, everyone. This is our very second episode. We have Eric with us again. He's going to answer a question that is asked so many times by candidates. And the question is, what do you suggest I do to increase my chance of success on a phone interview?
That's a very good question. I'm going to address that question as if I were the one that set the interview up. And we all know what we do on our end, and we're the middle person. We're the broker. We're putting you in touch with our client in touch with you. So we take it very seriously. And I want you to take it very seriously. I want you to approach the phone interview as if it's the final interview, because it is a final interview if you don't get in the door. So keep in mind what the goal is. You have one goal, and that's it. What do I have to do to convince the person on the other end of that line that I am the right person to invest time in, to invite in, okay, to interview? And that really is key. Okay, so as long as you keep that in the back of your mind, just let me give you a little hint. During the interview, if you're speaking on a cell phone, then pace, stand, keep walking around. It gets the juices flowing, gets your adrenaline flowing. If let me tell you another thing. It's obvious, but let me state it for the record. Clearly find yourself a nice quiet place, and clearly find a place where your cell phone does have a clear connection. You'd be surprised how many people find themselves in an area where they're distracted, where they're being disrupted. So, phone interview 101. Get out of the public space. Get into some place where it's quiet, where you have your privacy. Number three, or number two, have your resume out. No one's looking at you. Have your resume out. When they're asking you a question, be prepared to look at your resume, reflect back, take stock on your resume, look at every component to your resume, be prepared to give examples. The phone interview versus the face-to-face interview, it depends upon who's doing the interview. Okay, at times you could be asked to describe your background. At other times you could be asked a technical question. At other times they could ask you a behavioral question. You have to be prepared for everything. But all I want to really do in this little snippet, this little video, is to stress to you what your goal is. You have to take each step at a time. The goal of the phone interview, get in the door. Do you want to find out information? Yeah. It would be nice for you to be able to make a determination at the end of that phone interview as to whether or not it's worth your time to go in and invest, okay, and speak with the client, as well as they're looking at you as to whether or not they should invest the time. So, just to summarize, make sure you understand the job, make sure you understand who you are, make sure you understand where the pain is coming from, why is this position open. That'll enable you to do a better job as to where you can focus your attention about your background. Answer the questions clearly, concisely, be consistent, be articulate, express yourself. It's hard to read body language on the phone, isn't it? So be clear. Make sure that you're articulating yourself. Stand, okay? And at the end of the conversation, if you're going to ask a question, here's a hint. Make sure that the person who you're asking that question to, the first comment out of their mouth is, you know what? That's a good question. Because that'll leave them with an indication that you're in it, that you understand it, that you've done your homework, and that you're interested and engaged. On that note, I wish you all the best of luck. Stay tuned for many more episodes of Blue Horizon TV, because there's many more topics to discuss. Thank you and have a great day.